Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my rail route tutorial series. For more info on me, including links to my Discord, head over to masterhellish.net. This video is part of a series, so check out the playlist in the video description. Now this time we will be looking at the automation upgrades part 1. I split these into two parts, so today we'll be looking at automatic routing, auto accepting trains, command chains, route queuing and auto reversing trains. We'll leave the sensors for the next video. First we're going to look at automatic routing, and when you unlock this you get a new building element, the auto signal. It costs 5 standard green experience to upgrade, so we can upgrade that, and then we can go to the build menu, and in the controls section we have the auto signal. Now the auto signal is exactly the same as a manual signal for the most parts. You select it and can place it upon the track. You can change its direction by clicking upon it. So up until now it's pretty much the same. Trains will go up to the signal and you must use the signal to allow the trains to go past the signal. Again, up to now the same. One thing you can do is not only place auto signals on your track, but you can upgrade existing manual signals. For example, if I want to upgrade this manual signal to an auto, I can just click on it. Note that this time it cost 8,000, where when we place an auto signal it costs 10,000. That's because when you upgrade a signal you pay the difference in price between the manual signal and the auto signal. Now we don't want all of these auto signals on this track, so we'll get rid of some of them there, and we'll also upgrade the ones at the end of the platform. So these signals on the end of the platform, you can't get rid of them. Okay, you can't get rid of these manual signals, but you can upgrade them to auto signals. So that's what we'll do here. We're going to upgrade both of them on the end of the Benning platform. So we've got a few auto signals now. Let's see them in operation. So what is the main difference the auto signals give us? Okay, so what auto signals do is it automatically switches track between the signal and the route destination you have chosen. Let me show you what that means. Let's say for example we've got a train coming up to this signal here that's heading up towards Benning. And we've got these switches, and we say we want to go into platform 3, but none of these switches, these 3 switches, are actually facing the right way. Well, with an auto signal, that's not a problem. You click the auto signal once, and with a standard signal, that would just choose the route. But what you do now is you actually get to select where to path to. In this instance, it's saying we can path to this platform or that platform. Well, we'll go to platform 3, and when I click it, you get the standard green routing line, but notice all the switches have changed. Okay, all these switches, and by the way I'm doing that by pressing Alt, all these switches here have changed to allow the route directly into platform 3. And the similar thing works in other directions, so if we wanted to, we could actually add a few more auto signals just to break this section of track up a little bit. So we'll put that as an auto signal, we'll make that one an auto signal, and that'll do for now, I think, yeah. So when we're coming out of platform 3, if we want to come down towards Landover platform 2, we'd need to normally change this switch. Well, now we don't have to. We click the signal and we choose this section of track. By default, when you purchase the auto signal feature, you can only link one stage ahead of the auto signal. So up to the next signal or platform, no further. So from platform 3 at Benning, we come down this section of track, past this junction and up to the next signal, and that's it. That's as far as we can go. Now if this signal was the other way round, this one over here, I'll just flip it just to show you. There we go. And there's 2 options for us to go. There we go. Key combination, sorry. Yeah, and there's 2 options for us to go for platform 3. You can see that we can either go up to this signal or we can go up to this signal, and depending on which one we choose is where it routes to. We can right click to cancel the route, exactly the same as a manual signal. And you can see it's just switching that switch. Right, let's get this running in practice, and to do that we'll put that signal back the right way around. There we go, and let's get a train running. Right then folks, so we've got a train available to accept at Landover, which I'll just do now on platform 1. The first signal it's going to come up against is a manual signal. So we'll just activate that with our left mouse button just like normal and approve ourselves up to the next signal. Now we've got to sort out the next routing. So this commuter train is going to be going to Benning platform 3. Now at the moment we've got one switch which is not facing the right way and two that are, but it doesn't matter, we've got an auto signal. One left click to select the signal and one left click to select the destination, and all of a sudden all of the switches are automatically set in the direction we need them to be. Just speed things up to get our train to the destination. I'll just demonstrate it coming back. So we turn the train round. I'm just going to approve the commuter train at the top here to go to platform 3 at Riverdale, and we'll get this train here on the platform 3 to come down to this block section. Note, when I'm doing this, it doesn't allow me to then select the next section of track or the platform at Landover. It only allows me to do the next piece. So then we must manually choose the next piece and manually choose the next piece to get the train through all the different segments of the line. And that brings us quite neatly to our next upgrade. Command chain. Now command chain allows the chaining of commands with the auto signals. So I was deliberately pointing out that you can't do this. Once you get this upgrade, you can. And I'll demonstrate it with the next train from Landover. It doesn't actually change anything in terms of new pieces of track or new signals. It just gives your existing auto signals a further reach. And we'll demonstrate this now. So here we go. We've got a commuter train coming at Landover. We use the manual signal to get them up to the automated signal. The automated signal to get them up to platform 3. And you're not really seeing any difference so far. But we're just going to reverse this train by clicking on it. And this is where it's different. We can now go, well, from this auto signal, I'd like you to go to this section of track. And then note, immediately, the next auto signal gets automatically selected and allows you to chain to the next section of track and then from the next auto signal into the platform. That's what that upgrade does. It allows you to put those commands together without having to select every little auto signal on the line. Next up is one of my favourite ones, auto accept trains. I'm going to unlock this. I'm going to take this upgrade. And what this does, it allows you to automatically accept trains at stations. So here at Landover, if we look at the timetable, we can see that we've got nothing arriving on platform 1 until 12:30. So we've got quite a way to wait there. But we've got trains waiting to come from East Market and Riverdale. So we'll just let them go because we probably got them after the upgrade. So first things first, let's let the East Market train come on platform 1. And the Riverdale train come on platform 2. This is the way that you currently need to do it. Okay, we'll get that commuter train on there, and then as soon as the commuter train is out of the way, I will dispatch the freight train. Okay, so this is the way you currently have to do it in terms of getting your trains to their destinations. Okay, you have to accept them, but here we go. Here we are. This commuter train just came onto this platform without me doing anything. I didn't have to click the station sign, and then I didn't have to click accept on down here. This upgrade that we've got now just means the trains just arrive on the platform at the time that they need to, all by themselves, which is absolutely fantastic. It means that I don't have to sit here and remember to click on the flashing station to get it to come onto the station platform. There we go. And of course, using those auto signals we just learned about makes the routing of the trains nice and easy too. Let's just watch to have one more train come flying on. I think we've just about due another train. You can see down here in the info panel, there it is, there's the train, again arriving without me having to do anything about it and accept it onto the platform. And we've got a freight train arriving afterwards as well. There we go, fantastic. Next up, we're going to look at the auto reversing of trains. This one costs you an advanced experience, and it's one of the first ones I would recommend to unlock with advanced experience, mainly because it only costs 1, where a lot of other things cost 5 advanced experience, but also it's one more click that you don't have to do very often. Let's choose that upgrade and see it in action. So at the moment, the train that came into Benning, I have to either select the train and click reverse in the main panel down here, or I have to right click it to turn the train round. But with this new feature, I do not have to do that. You can see down here in the info panel, we've got the auto reverse trains on dead end platforms option selected. Now this is an option that gets automatically ticked once you get the unlock, the same as the auto accept trains. So if you wanted to, you could actually select a station, for example Landover, and say, you know what, I don't want to auto accept trains at this station. I have no idea why you would ever select that, to be honest, perfectly, but the option is there. So it gets ticked by default, and it's down there in the info panel. So that's with the auto accept that we just talked about. Now we've got the auto reverse trains on dead end platforms. Doesn't work on through platforms, but we haven't got any of them right now, so we don't have to worry about it. So the next train that arrives at either Landover or Riverdale will head off to Benning, and it will turn itself around. Now we'll just fast forward. Well, we are actually fast forwarding quite quickly. We've got just a couple of seconds to wait, so I'll skip. And by editing magic, here we go, the train has arrived at Riverdale. I'm going to use the automatic signals and the signals there to just send those 2 trains, one from Riverdale, one from Landover, over to Benning. And note that when the train gets to Benning, it will switch and turn around. It will automatically reverse that train without you having to do anything about it. And finally today we're going to look at the route queuing upgrade. This provides us with 2 new features, route queuing itself and perpetual routes. Now let's take a look at this in action. So we're going to concentrate on Riverdale. It's a busier station and we've got some good options here for route queuing. Now route queuing works with auto signals, so I'm going to make sure that I've got pretty much all of my signals around here upgraded to auto signals. Yeah, that's all of them upgraded now. Now we've got a freight train that wants to come into platform 3. That's fine. We can do a standard approval for the freight train to go to platform 3. That's all normal. You know, the line is available, you activate the signal, off it goes. But where route queuing comes in is it queues things for when it's not available right away. So we're going to deliberately make this train a little bit late, so it kind of coincides with the route of the next train. So we'll send this one off, and the next train to arrive at Riverdale platform 2 is going to have to wait, but we can queue its order. What we can do is we can allow the Benning train to come into platform 3. That reserves the route, does all the switches, like before. Now, this route would normally not be usable. You can't approve any signals onto it. I think I can actually demonstrate that. If we change this one, East Market, back to a normal signal, you can see that we can approve the route and it goes up to the junction with that, and it all goes terribly wrong, which you would normally not do. Okay, what you can do with this unlock is actually queue the route. So we can say, after this is once this is available from this auto signal, approve route to platform 2. And you can see that we've got a number 1 next to this auto signal. That shows us that there is a 1 route queued, and we can actually look at that. If we hold control on the keyboard and click on the signal, you can see in the info panel down here it tells you the queued routes. So it says Benning platform 2, and if you hover over it with your mouse it will actually highlight it on the screen for you. So that's the next thing that's queued, and you can't normally queue things with auto signals until you've got this unlock. So if we allow the train to go by unpausing the game, once this route is available, the Riverdale train will go. There you go, see that straight away. As soon as that line was free, the queued order from that signal, the route, was made available to that train. Now, the second half of this is perpetual routes. For example, Oh, hang on, this train's going to be really late now. We've been ignoring that one. We've got a couple of signals here that all they ever do is just go to the next section in front of it. Well, we don't want to be clicking that all the time, and this is where the perpetual routes comes from. So once you've got a signal selected to go to the route in front of it, you can control click the signal and look at the route that is in place here. It's showing you that it goes from that signal directly to the track in front of it and never anywhere else. This is an ideal candidate for using this perpetual feature, and the actual feature is this button here. Okay, this button allows you to toggle the perpetual route. Okay, so you can then click that button and that is now perpetual. You get an infinity sign next to that symbol, and actually this signal here is also a good candidate for it, because once again it never goes anywhere else except into platform 2. So we can click platform 2 and make it perpetual, and that is, like I said, an ideal candidate for it. Now we'll be able to see it in operation when this train comes back. But let's see, we haven't got any more trains coming through from Landover. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this train very, very late. And you'll see that, well, I won't be able to make it late because the perpetual routes are just allowing it through. So there you go, you can see once it goes through the signal, the line goes red. And once it's finished going through the signal, the line goes green automatically. So there we have it, the first part of the automation upgrades. In the next video we will be looking at the second half, so all of these sensors, the arrival, departure and routing sensors, and we've got videos coming up with about contracts, controls and interface as well. So get subscribed if you're not already subscribed, and click the notification bell to follow along for more Railroute and other games like this. Leave your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comments section, and I will see you soon. Thank you very much for watching, and for now, goodbye.